And now to Jonny in the Improv locker room.
Thanks, Harrison. What we had here was a classic 2-on-3 cage match throwdown. We had our challengers, me and friends, going up first, and they got the suggestion of Price is Right. We say using the first scene where we saw two guys waiting in line to win a pontoon boat and get Mimi from the Drew Carey Show's email. They then drank expired Squeeze-Its, and then we saw some reverse telepathy. Then the next scene we saw a canoe trip to River Church with an improvised hymn and a 7-Up break. We saw a door-to-door sales trip gone awry. We saw an Easter basket buying trip, and then we saw a Price is Right second beat where they couldn't find their way to the stage, and then lost, and then went outside and sang the classic church hymn, Give It Up, Josiah. It was a great set by our challengers. Then we had our champions, Cook County Social Club, and they got the suggestion of Game Boy Color, which they used in the first scene where we saw Rex Nintendo having a yard sale where he couldn't give anything up, and we saw how his awful dad, Glenn Nintendo, through a series of crazy flashbacks, including a portal, sex with an 11-year-old boy, and anal fisting with a power glove, ruined his life. Then we saw British World War II code breakers tossing out crazy sayings. Then we saw an Air Force/Navy interrogation of a paralegal soldier/lawyer. Then they went through a vortex. And then we saw a fake encyclopedia salesman/overzealous beat cop scene. And they ended it all with a Steppenwolf improv class into a fourth wall break scene one. What happened in the end? Cook County Social Club is still your champions, and you will see them the first Wednesday of April after the sketch showdown, which is next week. You will not see a cage match next week. I repeat, no cage match next week. Next week is a sketch showdown. So then the first Wednesday, for you to be like cage match, I'm Jonny Schwartz, I'm reminding you that next week is not a cage match, and anything can happen in a cage match. Don't follow.